the king was forced to throw Daniel into a lion's pit, a pit with this den of lions that were starving, waiting to eat. So they threw him in. The next morning they came, and Daniel wasn't even touched. And Daniel was pulled out. God protected him. And that king was so enthralled by what happened there that he got the people to start going, we got to look at this God. But how does he protect us? He protects us in 3 ways. 1, he'll fight for us. He will fight for us. I've seen it happen. When I was in the hospital, I could not fight for myself. I was so tired and so beat. It was God that fought the good fight for me at that time. You may ask, well, why didn't he fight the good fight for Tiffany? We just went to a memorial service up in Gainesville yesterday. Justin and I and some others were up there. And why didn't he fight for her? He did. He gave her an opportunity to know Jesus better before she left this place, and now she's in heaven in a wonderful place. And God decides who's going to keep here and who's not. It doesn't mean how good or bad or whatever you are. It's just his decision to do that. And we got to just praise him for that. In Psalm 23:4, it says, yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil. Why? For you're with me. Omnipresent God is with me. Your rod and your staff, they will comfort me. Omnipotent God is going to protect me, just like a shepherd would protect his own sheep. David understood that the great shepherd was going to protect him from the predators of this world. He knew he was going to be protected. And he also gives us refuge. Another way he protects us. He puts his arms around us. He gives us refuge. In Psalm 46:1, it says, God is our refuge and strength, a very present help in times of trouble. David understood this. This is what he wrote. He said, I understand there's times where I have nothing to give, and you're just going to have to put your arms around me and just be there for me, God. And I'm just going to, instead of trying to be little g God and try to take care of it, I'm just going to sit in your presence. How hard is that? Isn't that really hard to do? Really hard to do. Just sit in God's presence. But when we do it, boy, we get that refuge. And another thing he does, he gives us the tools to fight sometimes. Sometimes he says, you got to get out there and fight, man. And so he gives us that full armor of God and says, I'm going to put this on you. In Ephesians 6:11, Paul understood this. You're going to be my Rambo. You're going to be my Terminator. You're going to be my ninja warrior and go out there and do my work for you. That's what God's telling us to do. So sometimes we just got to put on the armor and get out there and fight the good fight against the enemy's attacks. When we have addictions that we're dealing with, or anger or bitterness, if we're getting stuck, we got to be able to say, I'm going to put on the armor of God, and I'm going to fight this thing with God. That's what I'm going to do. Not by myself. I'm going to put on his armor to fight this. So say after me, God has a plan to protect me. And